Please welcome the gene therapy group.
Here's the gene therapy group from FGLN County. I'm Heather Carter.
Emma Holcomb.
We're from Nelson County, and I'm Thomas.
Sem2.
I'm Grace Clare.
Okay, so first of all, what is gene therapy? Gene therapy is a medical procedure that arose in the 1990s and is the process of alternating genes in someone's genome to cure a disease or to prevent a disease from happening. This is done by the usage of vectors, which is when scientists exterminate a virus and then use that structure to help input a gene into a person's body in order to cure a disease or prevent a disease. There has been many diseases that have been cured through the usage of gene therapy, which include Parkinson's disease, Huntington's disease, and ADA. And there's a potential of many other diseases to be cured by the usage of gene therapy, and even cancer. But one of the biggest problems with gene therapy is there's a chance of mutation within the vector due to it used to being a virus. And then when it being input into a person's body, it could cause a mutation, which leads us to our proposal. Our proposal is to create an organization that will help educate the public and raise funds to further the research of gene therapy.
Okay, so since gene therapy is a relatively new topic, there is not as much studies as we'd like to have on gene therapy. However, within the past couple of years, gene therapy has shown to be very effective against many illnesses, including blood and skin cancer, hemophilia, Parkinson's disease, and other illnesses. However, some people believe and question the safety concerns of gene therapy. You're never going to get the conclusion you want the first time. I mean, you've never heard of a scientist conducting an experiment and then getting the result the first time. It's just not going to happen. So with a proper grant, hopefully we will be able to conduct further research and studies to prove how effective gene therapy is capable of.
As with any new technology, especially in the medical field, gene therapy has a lot of issues standing in the way of progress. And in our proposal, we visit two major issues that affect gene therapy, which are lack of education and lack of funding. By addressing these issues need attention because in order to promote research and to spread awareness about the subject. Promoting research is very important because it will help us make gene therapy safer and commercially viable for businesses to use as a practice and to spread benefits of gene therapy to patients who actually really, really need this kind of help, like medical help. And spreading awareness is also very important because not a lot of people know about gene therapy and how beneficial it can be. Before doing this project, I vaguely knew about gene therapy, and now that I've done this project, I know how awesome it is and how it can be used to solve so many problems. And if we can apply that to wide-scale situations where many people learn it the way that I learned it, then we can get a lot of support for our topic of gene therapy. Some possible actions for this off the top of my head are advertising, fundraising, and creating a platform in which people can donate to our cause. There are a lot of other ways that we can help address the issues of lack of education and lack of funding, and they are outlined in our proposal.
So as stated, we decided as a group to create a gene therapy organization that would help with research through many schools and hospitals and facilities. So we decided to hire with our grant for one full-time researcher working with interns. This would discover many different research processes about gene therapy because many people, they know what it is, like Grace said, but they don't know what it is and how it's like processed. So our first thing would be to go to hospitals like BC Medical Center or Medical College Virginia or universities and advertisement through newsletters and radio and everything to talk about what it is. Now, this will definitely help with the encouragement of gene therapy itself, because gene therapy, it can help with genetic disorders, it can help with genetic sequences, and cancer.
So for our organization, we'll start out with one full-time researcher working in a lab with interns and 2 publicists that are going to be running social media accounts and a website, as well as going out, reaching out to people and giving presentations and spreading awareness about gene therapy. The two part-time publicists will also be overseeing advertising campaigns, mainly a printing advertising campaign, mainly in the city of Richmond, and television ads around the state of Virginia. Now, this is the initial starting plan for the organization. Hopefully, if everything goes well, we can expand to states around Virginia and eventually to the whole nation, hire more research staff and more publicists, and put some more ads out there. We also have $15,000 that our publicists will use for fundraising to produce even more funds to help with research. And mainly the researcher in the lab will mainly be kind of summarizing research that's been before and doing more tests to make sure that the research that's already been done is safe, mainly with vectors, because there's a chance of the viruses used as vectors mutating. So we want to try and find the safest possible vectors. And so the full-time researcher will cost $100,000, the lab $25,000. The publicist will cost $30,000 each. And the social media website $30,000. $20,000 for traveling. Now the publicist will be traveling not only in the state of Virginia, but also outside in states around Virginia and across the nation. And that's about it.
If we are given this $250,000 grant from the Blue Ridge Virtual Government School, then it's going to greatly affect us and help us reach our goals. We are going to educate the public mostly, but we are also going to do a lot of research. The research we do will greatly affect the way we are able to educate the public, and the more we can educate the public, a better resource gene therapy can be for those who have genetic disorders. Our researchers and our volunteers or interns will greatly affect so many lives with the use of gene therapy. Thank you for your consideration for us for your grant, and we're now open for any questions.
You stated that your gene therapy that there's for Parkinson's disease. If that's so, why is Parkinson's disease so popular?
Most gene therapy cures are still in experimental stages. The gene therapy technology is not very advanced. It's a very new topic, but has limited applications that haven't been unlocked yet. That's why we want to do researching as well as spreading awareness, so that we can more develop the technology so that it becomes more valuable.
There's so many benefits with gene therapy, like if you figure out exactly how it works. I mean, you know how it works, but more advancements with research. I mean, so many things can be cured through safe vectors because of different genetic variants. Not only that, but gene therapy, since it is very new, it's also really expensive. And so by starting better, when we get the fund and start the better research, we can make it safer and less expensive for people to use around the world, and maybe we can make it like people can use their like insurance for it or something. But right now it's really expensive and also not quite developed to the point where we can use it nationally or worldwide to prevent actual diseases.
Which is why we need the grants.
You spoke of a disease called ADA. What is that?
I got that written down. It's adenosine deaminase deficiency. So what that basically is that it's a deficiency that attacks your immune system, such as HIV, but it's just in this case, ADA is one of those diseases, not as harmful as HIV, but it's easier, it was more easy to be targeted by the use of gene therapy.
And that was actually the first case of gene therapy.
Yes, that was the first case that was ever done in a clinical trial with gene therapy in the 1990s. So,
Are there any negative repercussions for using this to get rid of diseases?
There is the chance that the vector will mutate, and if you don't do it right, you are messing with someone's genetics. So that's a pretty big deal. And so if it's done incorrectly, there are some repercussions. But if it's done effectively and safely, there are pretty much no repercussions.
I think my question is somewhat similar to his. Did you guys think about or discuss the ethics associated with your topic? Because all the things that you want to do with gene therapy are very noble, but what if somebody, how would you handle the ethics of that?
I wrote my paper on stem cell based gene therapy,
Okay,
which is very ethical, and
Okay.
I went in depth into the ethics of this. And with the normal gene therapy with vectors, I didn't find many ethical problems other than people finding it to be unsafe because of the use of unsafe vectors,
okay,
which would be our main goal to fix with the research.
right,
But with stem cell based gene therapy, there was a lot of ethical debate over whether or not it should be used, because stem cells can be embryonic, and
Okay.
mostly that's what people focus on.
Right.
They think that fetuses are being destroyed to obtain the stem cells, which is not always true, because although those are the best stem cells to use in this kind of practice, there's only one band, and it's only somatic stem cells, and there is also a new technology where you can make stem cells or other pluripotent cells to use in gene therapy. So those ethical problems are being resolved.
And also with gene therapy, it is pretty much a purely medical field. Whereas when you would talk about something like genetic engineering, that would be pretty much the same concept as gene therapy, except you would use the word cure gene therapy, whereas you would use the word like enhance with genetic engineering. So that with genetic engineering, it's not always to the organism's benefit,
Right.
modified. So with gene therapy, it is almost entirely a good.
Okay, so those were your responses. I have one more thing. This is more of a comment. Apparently, you six look like you work very well together, and I'm impressed with how you're sharing information behind the scenes, and I'm impressed with how you're sharing information with each other and volleying back and forth doing this presentation. Do you have any words of wisdom for our groups that did not achieve that level of success moving forward, because they have more group-oriented projects their junior year?
I would say yes, it's a very easy thing to deal with. All of the people you work with obviously have the same goal. You all want the same thing. You just have to find the best way to use everyone's skills, respect everyone's beliefs, and work together and accomplish your goal in a way that doesn't interfere with what other people want. And sometimes that means stepping down from what you want to do for what everyone else wants to do. So you just have to be open to other people's ideas and just be willing to work with other people.
And I definitely say, like, here as Blue students, we're all really smart. And like, I see this as an even playing field for us. That's why we got along so well, because we all just need to stay calm. And like you said, we're all trying to accomplish a great presentation, a great website, and a great project. So there just doesn't need to be like, I guess, egos.
There's no hostility.
Solely here.
There's no reason why 6 smart people, who they're trying to accomplish the same goal, could have any problem with that.
And also, everybody has a means, like, of getting to technology, just communicating. Like,
Right.
organize a plan of how you're gonna do it, give questions back and forth, and create order of where, who's gonna say this, who's not gonna say this, and how you're gonna say it.
And also, like, when we first all met, like, we definitely just like hit it off right because we got to know each other. Like, I feel like that's definitely what helps us because y'all told each other what we had to do in school or everything, and that definitely bonded us together.
Just learn to like be friendly with each other. Like actually like don't it doesn't exactly have to be like professional. Like you can be friends with like them and you can like bond with them over time.
Last slide. Very well said.